Let's read the next chapter in our Chess at 3 story. It's chapter 13, The Spell of the Blue Bell, part 3. Our three friends, King Shaky, Christopher the Walking Elephant, and Mango the Giraffe, were well on their way to find mean old King Richard and break the spell of the Blue Bell. King Richard was watching from the top of his tall and stormy castle when he saw, from very far away, the unlikely trio, a giraffe, an elephant, and a man, walking, wearing a pillow on his head, walking down the road that leads to his castle. Oh, so they want to come and break the spell of the Blue Bell, do they? Well, I've got something for them. King Richard took out his blue bell, raised it up in the air, looked menacingly at the three adventurers, and rang the bell 3 times. Dong, dong, dong. Suddenly, all the land around Christopher, Mango, and King Shaky turned into sand. The trees around them turned into sand. The rocks and boulders around them turned into sand. And even the road they were walking on turned into sand. It was sand, sand, sand as far as the eye could see. On top of that, the sun in the sky got a little bit bigger and hotter as it glared down on our three friends. King Richard had used the bell to trap them in a desert. King Shaky said, "Wow, it certainly did get hotter. This sand on my feet is so hot, I feel like a baked potato. I say we go back to my pillow castle." Mango said, "Well, I don't know. If we go back to your castle, we'll never break the spell of the Blue Bell, and we'll never get to learn how to play chess." Christopher the Walking Elephant said, "Hey, let's just keep going. I don't care about a desert, and you shouldn't either. Show us your bravery, and let's just keep walking." King Shaky regained his courage and kept walking in the desert sand. However, it's hard to walk in the sand, and this sand was so hot, it was toasting everyone's toesies. Pretty soon, our friends started to get tired and thirsty. They kept looking for something to drink, but since they were stuck in the desert, they couldn't find water anywhere. It didn't take long before Christopher the Walking Elephant got so hot and so tired and so thirsty that his body swayed back and forth until he collapsed onto the sand. It was a lucky fall, though, because when Christopher's big floppy ears hit the sand, he heard a rushing sound. "Hey, under the sand, it sounds like there might be some water. Let's start digging into the sand and see if we can find it." The three friends started digging for water that would quench their thirst, but unfortunately, the sand was much too dry and crumbly, and as soon as they made a hole in the ground, more sand came in and filled it up. Now they were even more tired, covered in sand, and still thirsty. Just when they thought things couldn't get any worse, they heard something overhead. They all looked up, and they saw a big, fire-breathing, green-scaled dragon flying above them. They were afraid. The dragon flew right down next to them, opened his big mouth with his big, dirty, jagged teeth, and the dragon said, "Why are you in my desert? I'm gonna eat you up in one bite." Christopher the Walking Elephant said, "Hey, dragon, take it easy. You don't have to eat us. We're here because we are going to find King Richard, break the spell of the Blue Bell, and remember how to play games called chess." The word chess, the dragon's eyes bulged out of his head. "You know how to play chess? I used to play chess with King Chomper, but then suddenly I forgot how. My name It's Casanova. King Shaky said, Casanova? I've heard of you. King Chopper said, he learned 3 secret missions after playing with you, and they made him a better chess player. Casanova said, yes, that's right. I sure do miss playing chess. I wish I knew why I forgot. You forgot? Mango told him. Because King Richard cast a spell. We are going to the castle right now so we can break that spell. Casanova looked at our 3 friends and said, well, since you're trying to remember how to play chess, I don't want to eat you anymore. I just want to be your friend. Christopher said, well, it looks like we aren't going to get to that castle. It's so far away and we're stuck here in a desert with no water. We're too thirsty to keep walking. We can't even hear water in the ground beneath us, but we can hear water in the ground beneath us, but we can't even get to it because it's buried too deep. Oh, you can't reach it? Well, watch this, said Casanova. And he took his big, sharp, green, scaly tail and started swirling it in the air like a drill. Buzz, buzz. He took his tail and stuck it in the sand. He started to drill down. Deeper and deeper, his tail went into the sand until he said, oh, that's cold. He suddenly pulled back his tail, and the water came shooting out of the ground, covering all his friends with water. They all cheered, knowing that they had plenty of water to drink and then could continue their adventure. Yay, look at all this water. Let's drink up. I'm so glad we don't have to be thirsty anymore, said Christopher the Walking Elephant. Casanova said, there you go, my thirsty friends. Now, find that blue bell and break that spell. Break it for all of us so we can remember how to play the game we love. Won't you come with us? Mango asked. I'd love to, but I'm terribly hungry. Hopefully I'll see you all soon. Casanova took a great leap into the air, flapped his enormous wings, and flew away. All 3 of our friends took Tyler one last big drink of water and prepared to continue on their journey. Unfortunately for them, walking right out of the desert and into a dangerous forest, where you will hear about it next week.